So today, why are these kids playing? Oh, they playing with the snow, baby. That's ice. You forgot where you was at. This Indiana, it's ice. Better not put that on that kid. Yep, and they did. So anyhow, who, I freaking get myself ready to go ahead and make some money. Go to work, you know. And since my job is not a straight 9 to 5, because it's not a straight 9 to 5, I have, I just have a lot of work to do. You know, it's different from when, you're given a test and you're only supposed to do that one test. But, being a person that works for themselves and also works for another company that's like freelance, it takes more responsibility. You know, it takes more responsibility. But the good thing is that you have a lot of leeway. And so with that leeway, I'm able to do things in between, which at this time might not be the best. But anyhow, I went and saw somebody that I knew. I considered this person a associate, a very close associate, and I started feeling like we were growing apart. Like, not that they were a horrible person, but they didn't have the same views. They were just, I'm just gonna put it out there, they were lazy. To me, I felt like they were very lazy. They didn't take a lot of initiative, and that bothers me. Like, that just bothers me. I'm gonna be honest. Very much bothers me when you're a very ambitious person and you're like a go-getter person. You are going to want to charge for things. And so I noticed that, you know, I'm already a person that can be very, I won't say domineering, but I'm very much assertive when it comes to my career, when it comes to my lifestyle and my career. I'm very headstrong and very focused on that. And so it takes a lot out of you to not be around people who are not like that. So I decided, you know, I was going to take a step back from this person. And I started getting some pullback. Of course, of course that happens because you're around people long enough. You get some pullback, and you'll have some of your effects too of being away from people. But I noticed that, you know, I started getting a lot of manipulation towards that. Meaning, the person would lie and just tell me things just so they could be around me, or lie about something, or over exaggerate something just to have more attention. And I was like, you know what, if I wouldn't have went through the process that I went before, I'm telling y'all this because had I not went through a whole process before, dealing with a very, very toxic relationship, I wouldn't know how to react during this time. I wouldn't know how to react during this time, and how they treat you, what's going on. And so, of course, that made me, you know, want to have a conversation with the person because, you know, we had a connection. It wasn't like we fell off. But I had this conversation with this person, and I thought things were going to be clarified and different. And that didn't change. That did not change at all. As a matter of fact, things began to get worse. They began to get worse, and I just kind of left it like it was. So fast forward to this time, this last time when I started picking back up with this person. You know, I started letting them come back in just to give them a little, just to open up a little bit more, because I thought, well, maybe since the time had passed, maybe things had changed. But I found out that wasn't the case. That wasn't to be the case, man. This person was still manipulative, still lying over the simplest of things. And it's like, not only are you lying, you take it away from my time, my energy, my effort, everything. So for me, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. I won't try to pursue that relationship. Not only pursue it, I won't try to revive it, because that's what's happening. Like, every time God allows something to die off, and people are reaching, that's what they're supposed to do when they feel like it's something, some tension or something different. They're supposed to reach out. And my job was to let that relationship die. Okay? But I'm so used to it, and I had to get this out of my mindset. I'm so used to not having, and people not giving a care when you don't have, to when I got out of my situation by hard work and hustling and staying focused with God and staying really focused. Like, I mean, plowing, working 2-3 jobs, barely getting sleep, to make my dreams come true. And not even just to make my dreams, just to stay aboard, okay? This person is literally assuming that they're supposed to have that seat, supposed to have that seat. Like, you can't, or have what I have, or do what I do, or have my attention, all my attention, all my time. That's not cool. That's not cool. And not only that, I'm noticing, like, these situations keep happening. So I just have to let it go. And God has been telling me, like, let go of some of these people. Let go of some of these people and some of these things, so you can have greater. So that you can have greater. And I know other people are having this, because it's a very good, enlightening time, especially if you've been doing your work. The things that God has put me in, and the seats that he's put me in. I can't do that being around this person, because they're around people who, oh yeah, this was another thing. I got so upset. But I had to go through this process myself. I still was, I would have been if I wouldn't have recognized it. But she put me in a position where I was around some elements that it was just horrible. Had I known, but once I known, I got out of there. And I know she's not going to listen. Say my piece, so it won't be on my head. If the person didn't take your advice to say, oh, stay away from this person, they're doing stuff that can lead you down a path of no return. Because all it takes is one person. I don't understand what's up with people. All it takes is you to be in the wrong spot one time, and one person to slip up, and your life is gone. Your life is done with. Like, that's not me. I refuse. God has brought me so far, has saved my life from so many drastic storms and dangers, for me to be in some kind of environment that could risk my whole livelihood, y'all. My whole livelihood. Not only my livelihood, my life. Not just the way that I make my money, but my life. Okay? And some people are not gonna get that. They so busy trying to fill all that void in their life. They trying to feel the love that they felt that they should have got from their mama, or the love that they felt that they should have got from their daddy. They're still doing this stuff, y'all. Sorry, y'all, I'm in the parking garage now. So yeah, they still looking for that. They still looking for that mess. And it's okay for you to be a kid and go through this, but it's a different ball game. Hold on, let me go. There we go. It's a different ball game when you're going through it yourself and you're an adult, because now it's up to you to make a difference for your life. Now it's up to you. You don't have nobody to blame but yourself to do that. So for me, because I know it's different strokes for different folks, I was just like, this relationship definitely has to end, and it has to end today. It has to end today. What I mean, you can't go back from stuff that's gonna take your livelihood. You can't. And like I said, God was telling me to let go of those relationships, because he's gonna give you greater. And you had the same things that happened to you that was very close to and similar to what she had, but you made a different choice. That's the issue. That's the reason why you at a different spot, because you decided to make a different choice. You know, so don't feel bad when you got to say bye-bye to these people. I don't have no problem saying bye-bye to people no more, especially since what I went through and some of the people who could have helped me didn't help me. No, I don't have no problem saying goodbye, good riddance, okay? And that might sound bad, but it is what it is. You know, and God was telling me that. Just say bye. You got to say goodbye to some of these people so you can have greater. Because he can't drop nothing in you if you still doing the same thing. He's not going to let his word turn sour. He's not going to let his creation, what he's trying to give to you so that you can help others, go sour. How do I look? How do I look being around somebody who's doing God knows what, and I'm supposed to be helping motivate them? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? They ain't gonna say, well, you know what, you're a hypocrite. Even though that wasn't, when I went into that, all they gotta do is look and see. They can just look and see. It might not be true, but me just being around them and knowing that they know. No. God tells us to be watchful of all things and to be observant of all things and not to be around bad company. Not to be around bad company. And if that person decides to do that and they want, they've turned themselves over to God knows what, that ain't your problem. That ain't your problem. That's what they got to answer to. Because at the end of the day, they ain't going to care about, they really not caring about themselves. So how they going to care about you? They ain't caring about you because they want to do what they want to do. And they feel like you should be doing what they want you to do. But no, y'all. Usually I try not to talk about people and more than about ideas, but this one got me. This one got me tough, y'all. So, yeah, God was just telling me just to release. Just release. Because things are getting greater. They're getting better. So, on that note, I'm going to get off of here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned. The Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.